How do you develop sabr? Step 1, uninstall TikTok. Step 2, uninstall Instagram. Step 3, uninstall Facebook. Anything else, brothers? Step 4, uninstall Snapchat. Deactivate all of your accounts for 40 days. Don't say, Ustaz Hisham, bid'ah, he said this. Okay, 39 days, adi. 5 days, you choose a day, habibi. Pick it out of a, or they will say that's also a problem. Right, pick a number from thin air, no problem. But you first step, get rid of all your social media accounts. Wallahi, nothing will happen in your life. Your life will continue. I could say uninstall WhatsApp, but then there will be slippers and sandals being thrown at me. So I know where the red line is. We will not say anything about WhatsApp, but you can uninstall Telegram, inshallah, no problem. First step, you have to get rid of everything that you know is breaking your attention span. Step 2, if you have an iPhone, in your settings, there's something called focus time, where you can remove your access to all of your apps except for 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day. Set up focus time. Certain hours a day, I can't access my phone. I can't access these apps. I can call, I can text, but I can't access my other apps. I can access these apps only for a certain limit, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, no problem. Build some discipline into the device that you know and I know, that we are on average spending 6 hours a day on this device. This is the first thing. Step 1. Step 2, look for a program or an environment that will build sabr into your system. The Prophet ﷺ said, وَمَنْ يَتَصَبَّرْ يُصْبِرُهُ اللَّهُ. Whoever tries to have sabr, Allah will give it to them. Okay. How is this? This is the idea for you guys. Anybody wants to make this idea? بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ لَكَ الْجَنَّةِ. The Prophet ﷺ said, when he saw Ammar ibn Yasir being tortured in the early days of Mecca, he said, صَبْرًا آلَ يَاسِرَ فَإِنَّ مَوْعِدَكُمُ الْجَنَّةِ. Just to my previous point, have sabr, family of Yasir, the first martyrs in the cause of Allah. Because if you have sabr through this, I promise you paradise. If you can't look forward to that, forget about sabr. Now, what is the idea? Salahuddin al-Ayyubi, may Allah have mercy on him. One of the brilliant strategies of Salahuddin al-Ayyubi is that in the Ayyubid dynasty, he set up almost 500 physical buildings, physical premises, which was called the Zawiyah. What is the Zawiyah? It was a mixture of a place where you could learn military skills as well as worship. So let's say you signed up to the Zawiyah today. MashaAllah, Ahmed, you signed up to? Okay, good. Tomorrow, 4 a.m., everybody has to be downstairs. Why? 4 a.m., tahajjud. Anybody missing? You're out. Tahajjud. Then Fajr. Then Adhkar. Then after that, military drills begin. Push-ups, pull-ups, I don't know what they used to do, yeah? Sword craft, archery, continues, 11 o'clock, okay, everybody, qaylula. A regimented plan, a system. If you sign up to this place in 6 months, a year, 3 years, it's not possible for you to come out except you have built sabr into your system. By force, by external environment. Now, in the UK, we don't have these kind of environments. The closest thing I can think of is Muslim Scouts, where they take children into nature and they try and teach them these skills. But it's something that somebody has to build. Either a boarding school or an environment where young people or old people, or middle, anybody can come and sign up. But the idea is for 24 hours, for 3 days, for 1 week, for the length of this program, you have to adhere to this schedule. And when you enter the door, we're going to take your smartphone and give you a Nokia. 1 week, 10 days, 30 days, however long, until you build the skill, ability to have sabr, we're going to keep you here. This is something that Salahuddin al-Ayyubi invested in. He invested in hundreds and hundreds of them throughout his empire to build a generation of young people that were militarily strong, and at the same time, they had the discipline in worship. Another important practical point, especially for young men, but men, women both, but especially for young men, is the importance of martial arts. The importance of martial arts. I think I was probably 5 years old. My mother first enrolled me in martial arts, and I continued for a very long time. Unfortunately, it's been a few years for me. But something I highly recommend for young men, especially for young, but for all people, is to learn and master one of the martial arts. Why? It teaches you discipline, it teaches you respect, and it teaches you physical strength. These are very, very key. And once you get into that habit, and once you get into that discipline of training, of reporting to your teacher, of coming on time, etc., it's something that you can never let go of. A third option is signing up to memorize the Quran at Masjid al-Furqan on Mondays and Wednesdays? Mondays and Wednesdays, what time? 8:15 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays. Is one of the experiences in your life that it's not possible for you to start except that you will either build sabr or you will realize you have the attention span of a goldfish. One of two things will happen. Is memorization of the Quran. Many people give themselves excuses. I'm too old, my memory is weak, I can't do this, I can't do that, I don't know where to start, I'm not good enough. 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I was sitting here in the front row waiting for Salah. And there was an uncle sitting in front of me, and he was reading Bulughul Maram, hadith number 672. And he's reading the same hadith again and again and again and again loudly. Thinking, what's the uncle doing? I said, Uncle, what are you doing? He said, I'm trying to memorize. Uncle, what? He said, I'm 78 years old, but I'm not dead yet. This book, Bulughul Maram, has over 1,000 hadith. I'm going to memorize it. I said, Uncle, 78 years old. You're memorizing Bulughul Maram. And my man who's 17 years old is playing Fortnite and Roblox. Yeah, and watching Netflix. Yeah. It can be done. What do you need? You need the himmah. You need the desire. I want to achieve this. Anybody here can memorize the Quran. Anybody. What does it require? It requires sabr. You sign up to a program, to a course, you pay for a teacher. One thing I never recommend is to do hifth, memorization of the Quran on your own. You need a partner, you need a teacher, you need a program. It builds accountability. Someone is there who's going to ask you, where's your memorization? And over 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4. The tricky thing about memorizing the Quran is that once you've memorized it, the discipline never stops. You have to revise it every day. So it builds discipline into your life. It builds discipline into your life. You cannot go a day without your revision. Otherwise you start to forget. So one of the greatest hacks, if you're not going to build a zawiyah, a special military school, you're not going to join martial arts, you're not going to do X, Y, is start the journey of memorizing the Quran, you and your family, and watch how you see sabr, it gets installed into your system and your family system by nature of you staying persistent with this deed. At the end of Surah Ali Imran, at the end of Surah Ali Imran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا اصبروا وصابروا ورابطوا واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون. O believers, have sabr in yourself, have sabr mutually together, sabiru, warabitu, and fight and fear, be conscious of Allah so that you may be successful. One of the most important parts of developing sabr is having accountability. Having somebody hold you to account. Very simple thing. Let's say you don't have the sabr to pray Fajr, or you don't have the sabr to pray Fajr in the masjid. Very simple. Ask a friend to call you every day at Fajr time. Someone you know has already mastered it. Ask somebody else to hold you to account. Or tell somebody you respect, a teacher, a senior to you, I'll meet you at the masjid at 6 a.m. Now the whole night you're worried, I don't want to miss my alarm. I cannot snooze. Why? If I don't fear Allah, at least I'm worried about this person who's waiting for me in the masjid. I don't want to embarrass myself. So see how you can create systems of accountability to help you build your sabr. Anybody who tries abandoning social media for a period of time will find that there's somehow 5 extra hours in the day than they imagined before. You know, when you enter an aeroplane, you see everybody glazed looking at screens, watching movie. They wait the whole year to come on a flight so they can watch all the latest movies. 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Yeah. I know people, from them, Ustad Jamal Abdel Nasser, who frequently teaches in this masjid, my beloved brother and my good friend, may Allah bless him and protect him, who has done a khatma of the entire Quran on a flight. Him and Sheikh Abdul Rashid al-Sufi. Sitting in the aeroplane, while everybody else is catching up on the last 8 seasons of what they missed, they've done a khatma of the entire Quran. What does it take? It takes the desire for that which is waiting for you in the afterlife.